And a pleasant good morning to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. Alan Slaughterzinski with you live from Max K. Rhodes Park, where this morning we kick off the 8, 9, 10U All-Stars here, and it'll be the South Beaches Little League and the Eau Gallie Little League 10U All-Stars going at it. Eau Gallie is the visitors, and they'll bat first. Today's game is brought to you by Play It Again Sports, and the information on the bottom of the screen, located in West Melbourne on 192. Leading off for Eau Gallie and playing center field will be Evan O'Keefe. Batting second will be the catcher, Cade Snyder. Batting third will be the right fielder, Landon Miller. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, number 99, Mason Schoeneman. Battery mate, Chase Sims. Here we go. Audio. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk. All right, we're trying to figure out this audio issue now. Stepping in is going to be Cade Snyder. Cade is his nickname is Cateroo. That's a strike. That's a birdie strike right there. I'm guessing we didn't run an audio test, huh? And there's a shot back to the pitcher. Nice stop over to first. That'll be one out, down to third. There we go. Finally got it fixed. And there is the first Eau Gallie run to score. Crossing the plate is Evan O'Keefe, so a walk. Plates will run eventually, and this will be number 99, William Schoeneman at the plate. I guess we got the audio fixed. And there's a swing and a miss by Schoeneman. And it's 1-1. One in. One out here. Or nobody out, actually. Runner came off the bag over there, so nobody out. Outside corner for strike two. Just misses. Put it aside. And that'll be a ball. 3-2. Schoeneman, wearing number 99. I would think his favorite player has got to be Aaron Judge, and indeed it is. And that's going to be a walk. So runners now at first and second. His nickname is Moose. Yankees, he does not like the Red Sox. Well, then he couldn't have been too pleased with the outcome last night, because that was a 15-2 shellacking the Yankees took last night. As Schoeneman takes first, and that'll bring up Hayden Turner. And swing and a miss, but the ball gets away, and the runners will advance. Schoeneman down to second. And Landon Miller at third. One out here, so he was out. And that's a shot to the shortstop that skips through. That's going to plate two Eau Gallie runs. Around third and on his way home is Schoeneman. And the Commodores, I say the Commodores, I'm going to say that 25 times today. And the Eau Gallie 8, 9, 10 All-Stars take a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first on an RBI single. Actually, that was Snyder. This is Hayden Turner. We got it. We'll get it. So Hayden Turner steps in. An RBI single by Landon Snyder. And there's a Cage Snyder, but there's no relation between these two. They've been friends since preschool. Down to second base. Nice throw by the catcher there to thwart the steal attempt by the runner at first. Chase Sims with a gun behind the plate. The throw fouled off, and that'll be a strike. And the count will move to 0-2. So Hayden Turner's got a battle here. One on, 3 in, 1 out. Here in the top of the first, the pitch high, gets away. That's going to knock the camera around a little bit today. You're going to have to be patient with that. It's Little League Baseball, and that's the best angle we've got. So and again, down to third base. And we'll keep adjusting it if it should. No, it's fine. Turner now 2-2 has battled back here with a runner at third. 3-0 Eau Gallie. Just misses off the outside corner. Count is full now. And Turner with a good cut, but it'll go foul about 6 rows back into the stands. Great crowd on hand here on a wonderfully seasonably cool morning. If you believe that, I'll tell you another one. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Good pitch there. By William Mason. And Mason is battling here. Hayden Turner's favorite food, by the way, was sushi. That's unusual for a 10-year-old. This is going to bring up Ryder Odell. Now, Ryder's favorite food is steak. His favorite MLB player is Wander Franco. And when he isn't playing baseball, he's playing wiffle ball. Young man after my own heart there. Swing and a miss. And Mason has battled back here after allowing 3 early runs to strike out Turner. And he has now got a strike to Odell.
That's a nice breaking pitch he does, too.
Yeah, that's a pretty pitch. Fouled off, and that ball will hit off the fence. And Mason is ahead of Odell, 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Mason strikes out Turner and Odell to end the inning, but not before. The Eau Gallie 8, 9, 10 All-Stars played 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first. Eau Gallie 3, South Beaches coming to bat. Bro, you want to sit on this side? Because you're going to be expected to mute that. All right, let's give you the South Beaches lineup here. Leading off and catching is Chase Sims. Batting second is going to be Ashton Applequest. Batting third, Hoyt Neshik. Batting fourth, Owen Bailey. Batting fifth, Julian Dominguez. Batting sixth, Dylan Vanderveen. Batting seventh is going to be William Mason, who just pitched out of a jam. Batting eighth, Emerson Young. Ninth, Manti Malay. And then you've got Jackson Hain and Mikey Ganella as well that'll bat. And on the hill for Eau Gallie this afternoon is Landon Snyder. Nickname is Big L. If he's not throwing a ball or swinging a bat, he's finding a way to fish. He transformed his bedroom into what he calls the fish camp, Caleb. I'm sure much to the happiness of his mom. So here we go. I'm settled in. Shoes are off. I'm relaxed. And Chase Sims, the catcher, steps in. Always a tough day for the umpires and the catchers in weather like this. It's hot. You got to wear that equipment. So eat plenty of your favorite citrus that hydrates and drink plenty of water.
I will say, though, for a summer morning, there is a nice breeze that occasionally blows.
There better be a nice breeze. It must be on the coast. Sims gets set to step in here. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Starting again, we want to thank Play It Again Sports. And coming up at 12 o'clock today, you'll see 10U softball here on Brevard Sports Networks as we locate that field. And there's a slow grounder down to the third baseman, up and over to first. You can't ask for a better start than that. One pitch and one out. As Ashton Appequest steps in. Nice little play, good patient play there by the third baseman. Brody Bristol. And that's a pitch that is right down 192 for strike one. 0-1. And that ball is fouled off, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, Landon Snyder's ahead, 0-2. Eau Gallie on top, 3-0, bottom of the first. Outside, good waste pitch by Snyder. The lefty throws, just misses. He works quick. He's been watching Major League Baseball this year. He's on that pitch clock motion. Snyder from the set, kicks and fires. And good eye by Ashton Appequest after falling behind 0-2. Appequest has battled back to a 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4, and Appequest draws a walk. That'll bring up Hoyt Neshek. As Neshek sprints to the batter's box. Hoyt a righty. That was a lefty-lefty matchup. At this age, a lot of times left-handed matchups usually work to the advantage of the batter because the pitcher hasn't quite learned yet to take advantage of that, and it's more of a distraction pitching to the same side you're throwing from at 10 years old. You learn, and once you learn, if you're a good pitcher, you'll dominate. And Snyder certainly looks like he's got the capacity to be able to be that type of a pitcher. Now, Hoyt, on the other hand, is a right-handed batter, so we'll see what happens here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and the runner goes. Great throw. And a gun by Cade Snyder for the second out. Cateroo. The Snyder-to-Snyder connection getting outs for Eau Gallie as Appequest goes down on the SB. And that's 2 outs. Inside. What a throw. Adley Rushman ain't got nothing on young Cade Snyder. All right. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Bottom of the first, 3-0. Eau Gallie on top. Here's the pitch. Popped up, playable. Let's see what happens here. This could usually be trouble in Little League, but it's not here. And that ball is hauled in by the center fielder, Ryder Odell. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the second. Eau Gallie 3, South Beach is 0. All right, welcome back here to the top of inning number 2, where if I know the rules correctly, it'll be Wyatt Seal, Brody Bristol, and Cade McKinney, because I believe they all bat. That's what I'm told. We'll find out right now. Tim O'Keefe is the manager and the third base coach. Danny Ryder, the assistant, and he's down at first. Stepping in is Wyatt Seal, the left fielder. Seal gets the signals from O'Keefe down at third. He's ready. He steps in. William Mason struck out the last 2 batters he faced, and high and inside for ball 1. Right there. That overcast right there. Inside. That's a strike. And the count is 3-1 to Seal. The on-deck hitter for sure I know is Brody Bristol. Way upstairs, and Seal take a leadoff walk. Yep, Cade McKinney is on deck, so all the batters bat, which I love. That's a strike. Uh-oh, they got him now. Way off the bag. Nobody's covering. They throw the ball away, and down to second base goes Wyatt Seal, and Wyatt was playing a game of chicken down there, and he nearly got run over. And the ball gets thrown away, so that'll be an error. But Wyatt's got to be careful running the bases. Can't run yourself out of an inning. And that's what Coach Timmy O'Keefe is telling him right now. Be patient. And there's a little slapper foul as Brody Bristol steps in. His favorite team is the Red Sox, so he's feeling pretty good this morning about himself. His favorite player is Raffy Devers, and he likes to play MLB The Show with his friends. Outside for a ball.
It's called a kid that loves the game.
That's a kid that loves the game. Sounds like you, Caleb. Outside. I'll tell you what, I'll give it to Wyatt Seal. Looks like he's stealing every time, don't it? He's got me fooled.
He's saying, make a mistake, I dare you.
Right, throw that ball. Bounces and hits the catcher, and there goes Wyatt. He's like, the little stutter step nearly cost him, but it doesn't. And Seal steals third. Coach. Yeah, that little stutter right there. Oh, and he's like, well, it's too. I just got to keep going. And there's a foul ball. Good play. Good job by William out there running, or Wyatt, I should say, Wyatt out there running the bases. 3-2, and that ball is fouled off, and the count will stay full at 3-2. I don't know how anybody can be in a long shirt today unless you're cutting grass. Yes, I'm overly complaining about the weather.
They say supposedly if you wear the long sleeve, when you sweat, it goes back into the skin and keeps you cool.
Okay. Is that what they say?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why usually lawn people will do that because it keeps you from getting burnt and it keeps the sweat inside rather than.
So 2 walks to start the inning, and William Mason is in trouble here with runners at first and third, and Cade McKinney up. Cade likes baseball, fishing, and hunting. And this will be a nice play. Good job by the shortstop there to come in and cut that off. That won't be a stolen base. That's a catcher's indifference. So now second and third with Cade McKinney up. That gets away. And Wyatt Seal. Three to nothing. Eau Gallie on top here. 3-0. Yeah, 3-0. And that'll be a walk. So 3 walks to start the inning, and bases are loaded for J.R. Ciani.
Gallie Little League be better than the Florida Gators with bases loaded.
Yeah, Gators got lucky last night. Ciani, he's likes baseball. Well, he loves baseball, but he loves football, fishing. He's a skateboarder, likes to skateboard. And Coach O'Keefe has got to be telling JR right now. He hasn't thrown. He's walked 3 straight hitters. Make him throw you a strike or 2 here. And that's ball 1. So now it's a force at any base for South Beaches. Swung on and missed. That was ball 2, and I think Coach O'Keefe is telling him, up here, up here. And it's hard when the bases are loaded, especially at this age, to not want to swing at a pitch like that. And it's 2-1. A walk is as good as a hit, and it's an RBI.
Yep.
Swung on. What a pitch by William Mason as he battles back to make it 2-2 now. With nobody out and bases juiced. The 2-2 coming to Ciani outside, and we're full now. 3-2. And that'll be the 4th straight walk and the 4th run of the inning, or 4th run of the game, as Wyatt Seal crosses the dish and everybody moves up. What is that, 60 feet? 60 feet. And we'll go back to the top of the order with Evan O'Keefe. Now, you probably didn't get a chance to hear me because when Evan stepped up, our audio was not real good, but Evan's favorite ball player is Randy Arozarena. His nickname is Big E. And God bless Evan's mother, as he is the youngest of 7 brothers. Eight for 12 coming in here on the pitching. So coming in is Mikey Ganella, the new pitcher. I think I'm saying, is that right, Ganella? Okay. Mikey Ganella, the new pitcher for South Beaches. And he comes in about the most difficult of circumstances. Bases loaded, nobody out, 1 run in. But hey, this is how stars are born. Got a nice little, I don't know what that is he's throwing there, but it's crossing the plate. Yeah, the rotation's wild on that thing. See it?
It almost looked like
He's got movement on that ball. That's a pretty pitch he's throwing.
it almost looked like a cross between a curve and a change.
Yeah. He's thrown nothing but strikes in warm-ups. As Evan O'Keefe steps in, I would imagine the youngest of 7 brothers, Evan's pretty battle-tested.
Physically, mentally, I mean, what hasn't he gone through?
Right. Right. That's
There's nothing you can say in chatter that's gonna rattle him. That has
yeah. He's not getting rattled. You're not hurting him.
his feelings are non-existent.
Right. And first pitch swinging. And apparently Evan was paying attention there because on a lot of occasions with the bases loaded and nobody out, generally we saw it last night with the Florida Gators. 2-0, new pitcher, right? You're supposed to take a pitch, right? He didn't. And he just misses there. And the count is 1-1. But what my point is, O'Keefe was paying attention as he noticed that the pitcher was throwing nothing but strikes during warm-up. And there's another one. There's a little grounder to the shortstop. He's going to try and come home with it, and he dropped the ball. And it's going to be 5-0 as Brody Bristol crosses. I think he would have had him.
Oh no, he would have.
I think it would have definitely been close as Cade Schneider steps in. That's going to be a fielder's choice. Base is still loaded and still nobody out. Outside. 5-0 now for Eau Gallie as Cade Schneider steps in. Cateroo with a heck of a throw from the catcher down to throw out a runner in the last inning to keep South Beaches to a 1-2-3 inning. And there's another chopper to the third baseman. Comes home with it. Great play and a great force. Nice play by Julian Dominguez. And a good job, too, by Chase Sims. That's not easy with a runner coming at you to keep your foot on that plate, especially at this age. And that's one out. Schneider reaches on a fielder's choice, and that'll bring up Landon Miller. Miller, his last time up, I have no idea what he did because I was frustrated with the audio, but he did score, and that's on the outside port. He's no relation to Cade, but again, they've been friends since preschool. Big L. And this is the young man whose bedroom is known as the fish camp. Foul tip. And the count is 1-1. Thank you. That was a foul tip off the catcher and the umpire. What he was doing was walking the ball out to the pitcher so that Chase could have some extra time to heal up there. That's a pro. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. So bases are juiced. 2 in this inning. 5-0. Eau Gallie on top. And there's a shot in the right field. Will score 1 run. And around third and holding up. Good piece of hitting there by Landon Miller as he flexes down at first base with an RBI single. And it's 6-0 as J.R. Cieni crosses the plate. And this will bring up Mason Schoeneman. Mason reached and scored his first time up. And station to station right now, his bases are still loaded. But now there's 1 out. Just 1 out. Sorry, check that, 1 out in the inning. And that's a pretty pitch. Strike. Squares the bunt. I've seen that. I've seen that before. Bases loaded bunt. Saw Melbourne do it against Vieira this year. Scored 2 runs. A double suicide squeeze it was. And the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice shot down the right field line, but it goes foul. Let's make sure the stream's running good. The 2-2 coming way inside, and the count is full at 3-2. So he's got to come now. Got to throw a strike here to Shoneman, and Shoneman knows it, but he can't be impatient. Outside, ball 4, 7-0. That should be Evan O'Keefe that just crossed, and it is. And Evan O'Keefe scores the 4th Eau Gallie run of the inning, and it's 7-0 as Landon Schneider steps in. Landon. Is that Landon? Yeah, that's Landon. I got that Schneider. See, I already did it. This is the young man whose bedroom's known as the fish cam. I've already mixed the Schneiders up. 7-0 here. Eau Gallie on top. Swung on and missed on a pitch way out of the zone. And it's one. Got a little pickle here. They got the other Schneider in a rundown and the second out. Oh, wow. I don't know how he dodged that tag. And I think they need to ask the other umpire because I'm almost positive Julian Dominguez tagged him. And if I'm the manager of South Beaches, I got to come out and ask the home plate umpire what he saw, if he saw anything. Because I'm 100% certain Julian Dominguez made that tag. But, I mean, we don't have that vantage point. I don't know if he can ask.
Well, then the other question you got to ask is, did he step out of the base?
No, he did not do that. And he did not. But I think the thing you need to do is to ask the home plate umpire, did he make the tag? You got to ask the home plate umpire. So somehow, how did he end up So they did call him out. So he did make the tag after conferring with the home plate umpire. And that's a good call. That's the right call. Nice job by the home plate umpire. So that's 2 outs. That's the right call. Fouled back and out of play. It was a good job by that home plate umpire, considering the fact that he didn't have to say anything because he wasn't asked. You know what I mean? And look, it's not that the third base umpire made a bad call because he didn't. He's just standing on the other side. He can't see the tag. You know what I mean?
He made the call based on
Where he was standing, right. So it all works out in the end because that's the right call. And it's 2 outs now. And that'll be fouled also. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Deuces wild here in the top of the second inning. 7-0 Eau Gallie. Dominguez, it drops in. And getting back to the bag somehow was Landon Miller there.
he slipped and then he army crawled back to that bag.
Hayden Turner steps in as Landon Schneider is now 2 for 2. Hayden Turner struck out his first time up. And bases feel like they've been loaded the entire inning. What's wrong? What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just checking.
Well, you got to tell me that because you got a look of concern on your face, and I want to know if anything's wrong. So when I ask you, tell me, please. Thank you. pitch. Swung on and missed. It's one of the best pitches of the inning there. Turner, of course, the younger brother to Hunter Turner. Want to thank Play It Again Sports for sponsoring the Eau Gallie 10U All-Stars. We'll be with them every step of the way in this tournament, as we will be with the Greater West Melbourne Strike 3 there, the Greater West Melbourne Little League Softball 10Us. So that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 batters to the plate. 4 runs. We head to the bottom of the second. 7-0 Commodores on Eau Gallie on top. All right, welcome back here to the bottom of the second inning. It seems like forever since South Beaches has been up, but it'll be Owen Bailey, Julian Dominguez, and Dylan Vanderveen. And South Beaches has got to get to work. And listen, 7-0 is not a big lead in Little League. It's not. That hit him. And first, see what I mean? Just need some base runners, which they didn't have last time. He had one, and then, my goodness gracious, Johnny Bench behind the plate there threw him out. As Julian Dominguez steps in. Dominguez with a good inning in the field. Let's see what he can do here at the plate. As Landon Schneider pitches to Cade Schneider. So it's Big L to Cateroo, and that's a bloop single over the right fielder's head, and just over the, the first baseman's head. And just as we were just saying, in the blink of an eye, they got 2 base runners, nobody out. Dylan Vanderveen up. Left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. When we saw Landon struggle with the left-handed batter before, first pitch offering this time way outside, ball 1. Two and 0. Three and 0. Timmy O'Keefe comes out to have a word with his pitcher. right? Make sure you stay hydrated. There's another water in there if you want. We got plenty in the backseat of the car. 7-0 here. See what I'm sure Vanderveen's got the take sign here. And yeah, cool. He did have the take sign because coach just asked him what this sign means. And now it's 2-2, and Vanderveen has backed himself into a corner here. I was gonna say I can't imagine, and that was a ball too. I can't imagine. I was gonna say he didn't have the take signal there. Well, that's important. Outside now he draws the walk there, but here's the thing. I mean, not at this level because you're learning at this level, and still at high school. But in high school, you miss a sign. I mean, we can use this particular situation, but if you miss a sign here, swing instead of take, and then you strike out, and there could have been a walk, that's a turning point. And the walk loads the bases as William Mason steps in, and he was the starting pitcher. He has since been lifted, but an opportunity to help his partner on the bump in Mikey Ganella, way inside, and it's 1-1. That ball is fouled off. I have not really seen someone make big-time contact yet. Outside, 2-1. Nobody out here. South Beaches with a real opportunity to get back into this one. Fouled off as they trail it 7-0 here. Inside, 3-2. No place to put him. Emerson Young on deck. There's a shot off the top of the bat. First baseman will step on the bag, but a run will score as Owen Bailey crosses. So a sacrifice RBI for Mason. And now it's runners at second and third with one out, and Emerson Young stepping in. Emerson, look at him. Got that front foot cocked. He's ready to go. Two and 0 to Young. And there's a single up the middle. One run will score around third as that'll get away from the catcher. But what a play by Schneider, the catcher, to chase that down. And the base knock by Young scores the second South Beaches run. And Emerson Young ends up at second on the throw home. And it's 7-2 now with runners at second and third. And Manti Malay at the dish. Swung on and missed. That's fouled off. And it's 0-2. 1 out here. 2 in. The on-deck hitter is Jackson Hain. 0-2. Inside. Hit him. And Manti Malay with an HBP. And the bases are juiced for Jackson Hain. Jackson, one of those tall kids where they don't have pants long enough for him. I used to have that issue. So I just wear them up to my knees. One and 0. Everywhere you look is a South Beach, I would imagine, hammerhead, shark. Mean water animal. No, yeah, we're not referring to the bear found in the beach. Outside, 2-0, 3-0. Coach is giving Jackson the take sign, and I'm pretty sure Jackson's not swinging this bat. Coach says now rip it. He's got his 3-1. He checks swing. And he walks. You got to teach your catcher there to appeal down to first base. You got to ask. You know, even at this age, you got to point and ask, you know. So, a run comes home, and it's 7-3. And this is Mikey Ganella with an opportunity to help his cause. He is the pitcher now of record, swings and misses, just 1 out. We just got finished saying 7-0 is not a safe lead. Popped up. Nice play by the catcher, Cade Schneider, for the 2nd out. And back to the top of the order with fellow catcher Chase Sims. Oh, no. Hit him up high. That hurt. Okay. Young man is down. I got an ice pack out there immediately. I think that caught him in the cheek. I'm here just watching him, and I don't know that they're looking at a spot on his forehead there. Got some water. They're going to water him down. Now, that's the catcher. So if he's got any kind of a knot there, that's not going to be fun putting that mask on. I don't know if it hit him directly in the face or it hit that bar, you know, and then like kind of peel. I don't know what would be worse. I want to thank Play It Again Sports for their sponsorship of today's game. This is the Little League All-Star 8, 9, 10. You can go ahead. And the young man is up on his feet here. So good for him. He looks good to go. I got to give credit to Mom. You know, I mean, how Mom doesn't run out on. I mean, got to applaud Mom on this one too. And he's going to take first base. Outstanding. Good to see. Good to see. So, 7-3, and bases are now loaded. And that'll bring up Ashton Applequest. Applequest reached and then was gunned out down at second, trying to steal second. It's actually 7-4. So they're within 3. We're going to get a new pitcher, too. It's going to be, looks like it's number 99, Mason Schoeneman will step in. So that'll wrap it up for Schneider, Landon Schneider. Schoeneman, the Aaron Judge fan, as evident by number 99 on the back of his shirt.
Aaron Boone said it's not impossible to rule out an Aaron Judge return date before the All-Star game.
He hurt himself that bad, huh, Aaron Judge?
Yeah, so, they did a calcium, or not a calcium, a plasma in his toe.
Yeah, he hit that wall. He kicked that bottom of that brick area or cement area when he broke the wall at Dodger Stadium.
They gave him a shot of plasma
Okay.
in his toe.
Yeah, I mean, you get a toe injury. A lot of people don't realize, like turf toe or bruised toes, they're the worst. Turf toe ended the career of the great Pittsburgh Steeler linebacker Jack Lambert. And turf toe ended his career. He couldn't overcome it. All right, Schoeneman takes his final warm-up tosses. And it's 7-4 here. Ashton Applequest. 1 out, or 2 outs rather, 2 outs. Followed by, on deck is Hyatt Neshik. We're good. 2. Schoeneman's first pitch offering, outside for a ball. 1-0. There's a shot to the shortstop, right between his legs. It's 7-5. It's gonna be 7-6, and just like that, on the air to the shortstop, 2 runs will score, and this is a 1-run game. Nice hit by Ashton Applequest, but it went right through the legs of the shortstop. I hate to give these kids an error, but you have to on that one. As Vanderveen and Young score. And down to third base goes Manti Malay. And this will bring up high. And there's a shot. Caught! What a catch as the shortstop makes up for the error there with a spectacular grab. And I believe that's where Schoeneman was, but I believe that's now the former pitcher Landon Schneider. But this is a one-run game. 6 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. As we get set to head to the top of the third, Eau Gallie on top, 7-6. All right, welcome back. Somebody is asking about if we're broadcasting the West Melbourne game. The only 2 teams we're broadcasting in this tournament and their opponents are Eau Gallie and whomever they're playing, and the West Melbourne 10U and whomever they're playing. We put up a post on Brevard Sports Network last week offering our services to those that would, wanted us and could help us find a sponsor to do so. And Eau Gallie 8, 9, 10 Little League reached out and was able to get Played Again Sports, and West Melbourne 8, 9, 10 softball was able to get Knock Knock Who's Hair to sponsor. So those are the 2 teams we'll be doing at this particular tournament and any of their opponents. So I hope that answers any questions. As Ryan Odell, I believe, should be the leadoff batter. They did send 10 batters to the plate last inning. So if my scorekeeping is correct, it should be Odell, Seal, and Bristol. Please be Odell. And it is. Ryder Odell steps in.
Alan hasn't messed this up. Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you, Clouds.
Yeah, right. High for a ball. 1-0. There's a shot down the third base line, but this is the steak man. I have to ask him how he likes the steak. Well done, medium rare, rare. No kid I know eats rare steak. Not even medium. I'm 53 and I got to be medium.
And even then, that's the least you'll take. You prefer
Right.
a good, well done.
Yep.
Your steak is the only steak I've ever eaten and enjoyed.
Medium well, we'll call it. 7-6 here, Eau Gallie on top. Nice shot. Good piece of hitting by Ryder Odell. And he'll lead off with a single here in the top of the third. Wyatt Seal steps in.
Good job of just going with that ball.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So Wyatt, we didn't get a chance to tell you about Wyatt the last time. He's a big baseball guy, likes to play with his friends. His favorite color is green. His favorite animal is the crocodile. And his favorite baseball team is the one that whooped up on my Orioles yesterday, the Cubbies. He's a big Chicago Cubs fan. And it's 2-0 to Seal. That'll be a strike. Inside. And it's first and second now. Nobody out following the walk to seal as Brody Bristol steps in. They put a time limit on these things? Go ask John Turner. That's a strike. Pitch. And there's a shot. Just foul. Down the third baseline. 7-6, Eau Gallie on top. Following a 6-run second inning by South Beaches, in which they sent 11 batters to the plate. Fouled off, and the count will stay 0-2 to Brody Bristol. Big Raffy Devers fan is Bristol. There's a pop-up to the shortstop. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. One out. Cade McKinney steps in now. Say hello in there to my buddy Lucas Glendenning. The Vieira pitcher had an outstanding year. Okay. As McKinney swings and misses. High for a ball. What's my battery at here? Oh, we're good. We're going to need to use one of these two for softball. Chase Miller runs him back. They are some pesky base runners, those Eau Gallie 8, 9, 10 All-Stars. High, and it's 3-1 now to Cade McKinney. That's a strike. Nice pitch by Ganella. Strike 3 as Ganella deals up 2 straight. And it's 2 outs. Boy, what a boost this would be if South Beaches can score 6 runs and then get out of this inning without giving up a run as J.R. Cieni steps in.
It's nice to have that man Mo on your bench.
Yeah, momentum is a big thing. Cieni walked and then scored way back in the second. Top of the third here. Swung on and missed. And I'll tell you what, Mikey Gandella's come in and calmed it down here. Swung on and missed again, and it's 1-2. Caleb's going to bring you the bottom of the third inning. And Ganella sits down Cieni. And for the first time in this one, no runs are scored. We go to the bottom of the third. 7-6, but momentum on the side of South Beaches right now.
All right, as we return to the bottom of the third now, South Beach seems to have momentum on their side, scoring 6 runs in the bottom of the second, and then sitting down. They're sitting down and not allowing any runs for Eau Gallie.
Bailey, Dominguez, and Vander Veen.
Yep. And due up here for South Beach, it's Owen Bailey, Julian Dominguez, and Dylan Vanderveen. Bailey, last time up, reached first as he takes ball 1. Last time up, he reached first base and came around to score. He was one of the 6 runs scored in the bottom of the third. What does he have in store for this at bat? And that one's going to be, what a catch by the third baseman for out number 1. Julian Dominguez up to bat, and here comes the rain. And that ball is hit. And a catch made by the shortstop. Total of 4 pitches, 2 outs. All right. 2 outs. And up to bat is Dylan Vanderveen. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Quickly down 0-2 now. 2 outs. Kicks and delivers the 0-2. That one low, trying to get him to chase one down low for ball 1. Also a ball. Count is now evened up at 2-2. Vanderveen has battled back. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will end the inning. So no runs on no hits. We head to the top of inning number 4 with your score: Eau Gallie Little League 7, South Beach Little League 6. All right, we are back here. Get out of here. We don't take too kindly to spammers on our page. All right. So now due up for Eau Gallie Little League. It's Evan O'Keefe, Cade Snyder, and Landon Miller. And O'Keefe will take strike one here. Waits the pitch. Swings at that one, fouls it off. It is 0-2. South Beach seems to have the momentum. But I'll say I think some of it was stolen by the defense of Eau Gallie. That one is a ball. Count is 1-2. 7-6. Eau Gallie on top of South Beach. Count is quickly 2-2. You all can still hear me? Okay. That one will be fouled off. Count still remains 2-2. Currently on the mound for South Beach, number 8, Mikey Ganella. And foul tip. Count still remains 2-2. Wind up. And that one will be hit down the first base line, but it will go foul. That one's going to be hit out to the shortstop, who snags that one for out number 1. Bringing next up to bat, Cade Snyder. Score is 7-6, Eau Gallie Little League on top of South Beach. And Snyder last time up. This time he gets a hit. That'll be a single for Snyder. Next up is Landon Miller. Last time up, he had a singles last time up. Runner on first. 1 out. And he comes out swinging high. This one's going to be popped up and will fall in for a hit. So Landon Miller now. Next up is Mason Shoneman. This one outside. Quickly, 2 balls, no strikes. Landon Miller, 2 for 2 today. Actually, 3 for 2 today. 3 for 3. That pitch is a strike. 2-1. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 men on base for Shoneman. And that one outside. Count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. And that one outside, and the bases are loaded. And the pitcher has reached 70 pitches. Everyone's just communicating that all over the field. And that's that. He dropped the ball. That'll be 1 out on the throw to second. That's an RBI. And 2 outs here. And Hayden Turner. Turner at the plate. Turner awaits. 2 outs, and that's a pop-up down the first base line. First baseman calls it, and he will snag it for out number 3. But Eau Gallie will score 1 more run here in the 4th. We head to the bottom of 4, where Eau Gallie leads 8-6.
All right, William Mason steps in, thanks to Caleb. Mason with a sack RBI his last time up. Schoeneman with a 1-2-3 inning his last time out. The first 1-2-3 inning since the first. And there's a shot down to first base. And that gets beyond the first baseman on his way to second. Safe with a double is William Mason. Nice shot down the right field line by Mason. He did not try to do anything fancy with it. And this young man with the most solid hit of the game. Last inning, there was a good shot to the center fielder who tried to make a good play on it, but Emerson Young steps in. He had an RBI his last time up. Drove in two RBIs, actually. Pitch. That's a strike. Bottom of the 4th. And he does it again in the gap. This one's going to roll to the fence. 1 run's going to score around second on his way to third, or he's going to stop at second. Nice play by the outfielders to get that ball back in quickly. So Young is 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And he's got 3 RBIs in this one, and it's 8-7 as Manti Malay steps in, and he was hit by a pitch his last time up. That young man can flat out hit the ball. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Foul ball. Way back to the screen, and Young will take third, and the tying run with nobody out is at third base. So you got to be careful of a couple of things here. If you're showing him in a pass ball, that's a strike. So it'll be 2-2. So if you're showing him in, you need a big strikeout here. Manti Malay at the dish, the pitch. Inside, good stop by the catcher, O'Keefe. But the count is full at 3-2. And that just misses. And bases, the runners at the corners now for Jackson Hain. Hain swings and misses. I would expect some sort of a delayed steal or some sort of a steal attempt here with the catcher's indifference coming up, with the shortstop coming in to cut it off. We'll see what happens here. And down to second base, and he'll easily get in on the catcher's indifferences. Manti Malay. So now first base is open, second and third, and the count is 0-2 to Hain. And there's a shot to the shortstop. He's going to come home with it, and it gets away. And down to second base goes Hain. And Emerson Young scores the 8th and tying run. And now South Beaches with an opportunity here to take the lead. As Mikey Ganella steps in, and Ganella with a chance here to really help his calls on the bump as manager Timmy O'Keefe comes out to talk to his troops. Snowman's aside on the board, 8-8 here in the bottom of the fourth. Ganella popped out to the catcher his last time up as he steps in with a really big opportunity here to help his cause. Two in, two on, nobody out. And they're gonna, I think they're gonna put Gondola on here. Or are they not? I think I'd put him on. Shoneman. And that ball is hit into left field and caught. Good piece of hitting by Gondola, but right at the left fielder for out number one, and that'll hold the runner at third. And this will be Chase Sims, who took that nasty shot to the chops his last time up. Inside, but on the corner, strike one. Just me? Thunder overhead. That's a swung on and miss for strike two. And if Shoneman could get out of this with minimal damage here, tied, that'd be a big boost. There's a ground ball to the third baseman, up and over to first. That's the play. I thought he was safe, but that's an RBI. And that gives South Beaches the lead for the first time in this one. South Beaches takes the lead 9-8 on the RBI sacrifice by Chase Sims. 2 outs now as Ashton Apiquest steps in. Apiquest, first pitch swinging. So 3 runs have scored here. Shoneman. Foul ball. 2 strikes now. Jackson Hain is at third. William Mason, Emerson Young, and Manti Malay have all scored here. Hain at third. The 0-2 is hit to the third. That's a fair ball. Backhanded. It's going to be a tough play. The stretch. Great play all the way around by everybody. But beating it out is Ashton Appequest with an infield hit, and he'll have an RBI. And it's a 2-run. South Beaches lead 10-8. As Hoyt Neshik steps in. And this is now an official game, so shot into center field, but positioned perfectly for the third and final out. However, South Beaches has scored 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. We head to the top of the 5th, 10-8. South Beaches on top. All right, welcome back here. Eau Gallie's got some work to do here, especially with the weather moving in. As Mikey Gunnella has some runs to work with for the first time. It'll be Ryder Odell, Wyatt Seal, and Brody Bristol due up here in the top of the 5th. And we got us a game, Caleb, a good old-fashioned baseball game. We said not an inning and a half ago, 7-0 is not a safe lead. If 7-0 is not a safe lead, neither is 10-8. I don't think it takes a rocket science to figure that out. I know you and I need a little additional time sometimes. All right, here we go. And this is a great umpire crew today, too, by the way. Really great umpire crew. And that is foul. You know, and Little League, especially at this level, these young men are, and even the girls in softball, are developing their arms, developing their motions. That ball does so many different things. The thing that you really got to call chest to knees. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be a consistent strike, and it's hard to do that. And there's a shot. Second baseman backhands it. He will not, or will he? Safe, good play. Nice job by Ryder Odell to run it out. And Odell will reach on an infield single. I tell you what, these kids are all-star fielders, that's for sure. And they're going to want a second opinion, but he was safe. Tie goes to the runner. Yeah. So Ganella is done pitching, it looks like. Yep, and that's why the manager's out. And we're going to get a new pitcher, and that's a good point there, as Caleb said. Ganella reached 70 pitches. That's the limit. And looks like pitching now is number 16, who I don't have. Oh, boy. Who is 16? Does anybody know? Who is 16? Thank you. So Ashton, that's because I'm looking at Eau Gallie, Alan. Ashton Applequest. Get with it, Alan. Ashton Applequest is the new pitcher. I'm not going to find Ashton Applequest on the Eau Gallie roster. Oh, it's early. Normally I'm sleeping this time of the day. I'm up all night working, right? Yeah, right. Oh, boy. Yep. As I get up and go to work, I leave my bedroom and wander into the studio, my office, and go to work. Coming up tomorrow night on Brevard Sports Network, it's Mouth and All Sports Talk. Myself and Anthony Knockreiner will recap the week in sports as the NBA and the NHL finished up. We'll run down the Elite Eight in Major League Baseball, and we'll recap our boys lacrosse awards. So Ashton Applequest, the new pitcher, and Wyatt Seal, the batter. That's a ball high. A lot of lefties. A lot of southpaws, man. Keep your eye on that time because one of us is going to have to leave here at about 11:30. And head over to the softball field. My bet is it's going to be you.
I don't know what would give you that clue, but
That's a nice looking pitch from Applequest, and it's 2-1. If we start on time.
I'll say this. You have a choice. Either you do the walking or you do the tearing down of the tent.
Yeah, I'll do the walking. I'll go do the softball.
Making sure my boss knows his options.
Right. Yeah, I'm not tearing all this equipment down. I'll take the tripod, the camera, and away I go.
Okay. I figured that was going to be.
Right.
So you're like, wait, should I?
Oh! And Seal is drilled in the back of the helmet. And I'd say that's an HBP. And it's now first and second with Brody Bristol coming up. And the umpire says, "Well, it's so fast, young man. Let's make sure you're okay." He is. These helmets are made of military-grade equipment these days. You got to ask them. You have to ask him a couple questions. Lightning delay. All right, so we've got us a lightning delay, which means 30 minutes. 30 minutes on the lightning delay. So the players are going to have to come off the field. It's 10-8. We'll be back with the resumption of this game as soon as the lightning passes. All right, welcome back as we try to hurry to finish this game because I don't know how much more we're going to be able to get to after this. There is lightning behind us, and it's headed this way. In fact, they are extending the severe thunderstorm alerts eastward. I can hear the thunder rumbling behind me. The lightning horn went off over by the football field. So it's close. So let's set the table for you. It's 10-8 here in the bottom of the fifth. And South Beach is just not all that in a hurry. I don't blame them. This is an official game. As Ashton, I believe our pitcher is still Ashton Apaquest. What? Yeah, 50. Oh, 50 is Owen Bailey. Yeah, Ashton Apaquest has got to be on the mound because that's where we were when we ended. Yeah, no, well, you were right. Number 50 was. They were trying to put number 50 in, but you can't do that. He's got to finish this batter. I think. What do I know? All right, here we go. It's 10-8. Runners at first and second for Eau Gallie. The batter is number 1, Brody Bristol. Ryan Odell reached with a single. Wyatt Seal was hit by a pitch, and that brings up Brody Bristol. And Apaquest is taking his good old time out there. All right, now we're ready. And here we go. Pitch, strike one. Just off the outside corner. Swung on and missed, strike 2. The on-deck hitter is Cade McKinney. So Brody Bristol with an opportunity here. Check, but don't sit on it. Umpire's doing a terrific job trying to keep pace of play going. And the 1-2 as a shot to the first baseman. That'll advance the runners, but that's an out. Nice job down there by number 3, Hoyt Neshik. And this is going to bring up Cade McKinney. Inside, ball 1. Now the runners are at second and third. Don't know if you think about putting McKinney on to maybe face J.R. Ciani, who is the last batter in the lineup. The 1-0, remember all these kids are all-stars. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. So they're all all-stars, so it's not like regular Little League where maybe the 9 hitter's not as good as the guy at the top. Squares the bunt, and it's inside, and McKinney pulls the bat back, and it's 2-1. So 2-1 to McKinney. 10-8, South Beach is on top here. We are in the bottom, or the top of, I should say, inning number 5, and we are fighting the weather here as it moves in. And that's now 3-1 to McKinney. J.R. Ciani, the on-deck hitter. I don't think walking this guy's in no harm, no foul here. Puts a force at home for sure. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded for J.R. Ciani. JR steps in. All right, so now we're going to get a change. We're going to get a pitching change. And maybe this is the closer here. And this will be the aforementioned number 50. That we were discussing earlier, Owen Bailey. So Owen Bailey is the new pitcher. He'll get 8 warm-up tosses. And the catcher now has got to realize he can't let those balls get by him because he's got a little speed at third and Ryder Odell. 10-8 with a force at home and J.R. Ciani coming up. Owen Bailey. One more, says Owen. And he's ready. All right, in step Ciani, 1 out, bases juice, 10-8, Eau Gallie trails. The pitch, swung on and missed. They got these 3, they got 5 outs left here, 5 outs. Strike 2. On deck is Evan O'Keefe. Strike 3. Owen Bailey comes in and gets a huge strikeout. As the left hand is swinging, O'Keefe comes in and he fouls the first pitch back. Owen Bailey's come in and throw 4 straight strikes. Strike 2. And the Eau Gallie has bases loaded. Can Bailey come in and close the door? And that's fouled off and about 10 feet shy of the foul line. So Evan O'Keefe's got a battle here. A righty-lefty matchup. Bailey comes to a set. Rocks, kicks. And it's 10-9. Chase had it blocked. The catcher had it blocked. Didn't see it. And Ryan Odell recognized it as Chase went looking for it. And it was at his feet. And he didn't see it. Dropped out of his glove. Oh. Fouled right back to the screen, and there you see that one nearly taking out the camera. We've had that happen, by the way. Heritage and Vieira baseball earlier this year.
15 seconds.
Yeah. Strike 3! And Bailey minimizes the damage to 1 run. And we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. 10-9. South Beach is on top. And Owen Bailey now, who really just came in and got two of the biggest strikeouts of the year for South Beach's 8-9-10, will now have an opportunity to help his cause at the dish with the swing of the bat. And what a clutch performance from the youngster as he gets two strikeouts with the bases loaded. '27 is the new pitcher for Eau Gallie. That's Landon Miller. Landon. His favorite team is the Yankees. And if his favorite team is the Yankees, chances are his favorite player is Aaron Judge. And that is the case. He's a big chicken wing eater. Likes chicken wings. You and Landon have a field day eating chicken wings. All right, Owen Bailey steps in here, bottom of the fifth, 10-9. And Bailey gets into one, but the center fielder is there for a nice catch. And I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a play by Evan O'Keefe, the center fielder, for out number one. Lightning, that's it. I don't imagine we'll come back anytime soon. That Lightning is way too close. So that's one. This is an official game, and so I would think that would likely be the case. So we'll be back. It's another weather delay here. We'll see you soon. All right, now tear all this down. All right, welcome back here. A 7-hour and 27-minute rain delay. And we are now, miraculously, we have imported to teleported. What is it? Teleported? We have teleported to Vieira Regional Park, where South Beach and Eau Gallie will finish up a game that began at 9 o'clock this morning. So the situation is this. It is one out, in the bottom of the fifth. And it is 10-9. This is where we always hang here. Yeah. We get out of the way. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. I mean, this is where they always put us. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Is he okay? Oh, we'll get out of the way. We'll get out of the way. Yeah, yeah, we got you. He's got it. You do what you do. We're all right. Yeah, it was right here. This is where we were. He's exactly where we were. Yeah, I did. That's funny. Yeah, no. No. I don't think I've ever seen a circumstance like this. Yeah. I'm glad they're playing it, though. Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. We got anybody on? Okay. So Eau Gallie is in the field. Let's take you around here. Schneider, I don't have the same notes as I had earlier today. We're all kind of a little short-handed here in terms of what we have. All that stuff wouldn't fit through that teleport tube. Emerson. All right, so we got Landon Schneider at first. And on the hill. All right, so it's one out, I believe. Outside for a ball. And on the mound is number 27, Landon Miller, the southpaw. So here we go. Pitch. Outside and high, ball two. What a job by Vieira Regional Park to get these fields ready. I mean, they lined them. You know what I mean? It's just incredible. Vieira Century Little League, Century Vieira Little League do a great job. I want to thank Ken O'Neill, just off the outside corner. I want to thank Ken O'Neill, the commissioner of District 2, as we are in our normal spot here at Vieira Regional Park, where we normally broadcast Little League games. Pitch. That's a strike from Landon Miller. And that's a ball. And I believe that is Julian Dominguez. And it is. And Julian hustles down the first base like Pete Rose. And that'll bring up Dylan Vanderveen. Dylan struck out at 9:30 this morning. And his last at bat. And Miller's first pitch offering is a little shot down the third base line, but foul. Looks like we're missing an umpire. He probably couldn't get back out.
He said, I sat on the couch.
I ain't getting back up. And it's 1-1 as coach is telling Julian Dominguez, stay tight to first, son. Stay tight to first. Relax. I know it's been 8 hours. Can you imagine these poor kids all day long had to stay in their uniforms, wait and wait and wait, and then the 4 o'clock hour came, which is when. And kudos to Scott, the umpire, and the crew, Danny, Tim. Okay, I mean, they just stayed lock and step with us, and they didn't think we were coming back, but we could not finish this. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. 2 outs. And I tell you what, you got to give these kids credit because rarely do you see in the All Stars strikeouts looking, man. You don't see them often. If they can get the bat on the ball, they're swinging. So this will bring up William Mason. Mason swings and misses. There's a shot to the second baseman, and he'll go up and over to first for the third and final out. So, Eau Gallie is down to their final 3 outs. Nice play by Shoneman there as Coach Timmy O'Keefe gets them together here. 3 outs to go in the heart of the lineup coming up for the Commodores. There it is. That's the third time today I've sung it. I didn't say it as much as I thought I would. But it's going to be Cade Snyder, Landon Miller, Mason Shoneman, and Landon Snyder coming up. And it's 10-9, right? 10-9. Want to thank Play It Again Sports, located way down in West Melbourne. I say way down because we've moved locations. Information's at the bottom of the screen. We'll have to teleport back down to get the vehicle. Coming up tomorrow at 9 a.m., you will see this Eau Gallie team, and they'll play Palm Bay tomorrow. Now, keep your eyes on the weather overnight because I don't think we're done with the thunderstorms today. As the sun comes up and marinates the atmosphere. But I'll leave the weather to my good friend Chris Bonanno in the Space Coast weather page. And on to try to finish off the Commodores is going to be Owen Bailey. Bailey came in, if you remember, Bailey came in at the top of the fifth with bases loaded and got two, or gave up a run, but that wasn't on him. He had two, the ball got away from the catcher, and that was actually a pass ball because the catcher dropped the ball, and Bailey then got two huge strikeouts to strand the Commodores. So he came in and shut the door. And here we go with Cade Snyder. Cade has a couple of singles today, two of them. First pitch, right down I-95, strike one. Outside, Danny Snyder at first, Timmy O'Keefe at third, in terms of the coaches. The pitch, inside and high, 2-1. Well, Gallie just needs one base runner. I want to see at least extra innings. We can come all the way up here to see 4 outs. So, and that ball is rocked into the gap, all the way to the fence, and around first and on his way to second is Snyder. He's going to try for third. Here's the throw. Safe. Snyder safe. And the Eau Gallie All-Stars with a lead-off triple. Good piece of hitting by Cade Snyder. A triple in the gap. Is it overheating? Okay. Yeah. That'll bring up Landon Miller. Here, I'll hold that. That's a strike. It'll drop in. Ten to 9, the tying run at third here in the top of the sixth. The pitch, that ball is lifted over the left fielder's head. We're tied at 10. Around first and on his way to second with a stand-up double is Landon Miller. And we're all knotted at 10. As Mason Schoeneman steps in. And we're going to get a pitching change here. And it's going to be number 3. It's going to be Hoyt Neshik, the new pitcher. Hoyt will take 8 warm-up tosses. Of course we're tied in the 6th. Why wouldn't we be? It's all right. Hand me that water, please, if you can reach it. Yep, kick it. There you go. Nice job, Lionel. Nice job, Messi. All right. Yeah, okay. All right, the stat track on the new pitcher for South Beach's Hoyt Neshik. 3 pitches, curveball, slider, sinker, 4 changeup. He throws in the mid-40s, tops out at 50. You can tell I was watching Major League Baseball today. To watch the Orioles lose to the Cubs again. And the first pitch, outside for a ball. Yeah, there's a strike. Gonna be high. Pitcher works quick. So a triple and a double have tied it up here in the top of the 6th. Neshik, there's a little something floated in there. It's a little off-speed pitch, but it is a ball. And quickly, it's 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk. And stepping in is going to be Landon Schneider. Schneider has reached base in the first, in the second, and then again in the fourth. So runners at first and second. Inside, ball 1. So unfortunately for this guy who's come on, I feel bad for him, but he's had to come on now, and he's thrown 5 straight balls. So if you're Eau Gallie, Hoyt Neshik, you probably don't want to swing till you get a strike, and he does swing, and that was the 5th ball in a row, 6th ball in a row. But the count is now 1-1, so Neshik with new life here at 1-1. Schneider, pitch, outside, ball 2. These fences are in a little shorter. It's only 200 feet all the way around. That's a strike. That's a pretty pitch there, and it's 2-2. It's symmetrical all the way around. 200 feet center, 200 feet to right, 200 feet to left. Pitch inside. Count is full. This is, I believe, the park we saw Xavier Larice hit 3 of them off the top of the wall one time. I did. The now Eau Gallie Commodore freshman. The pitch, And there's a shot back up the middle. And around second is Landon Miller, or around third, I should say. And Landon Miller on the RBI single will score the 11th Eau Gallie run. And it's 11-10 Eau Gallie. And for the fourth time today, Landon Schneider has reached. And this will bring up Hayden Turner. Gets away, and the runners will all advance a base. Schoeneman down to third, and Schneider down the second. So Turner's got first base open and a ball. There's my guy in there watching, Hunter Turner. And I figured he would be. And that's a strike to Hayden, Hunter's brother. Right. Oh, no, you got to get that uniform dirty, man. The pitch. And Turner with a good cut fouls it off. 2 strikes now on Hayden. Say hello to Miss Cindy as well. Watching here on Brevard Sports Network. So Hayden with 2 RBI opportunities. High. I believe that's 2-2 now to Hayden. The ball nearly gets away. You know what I'm excited about? We have another Turner that we get to broadcast. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. I hope he doesn't bowl because Miss Cindy will want her chair back. I'm just kidding. I love that chair. Love that chair. The pitch outside, and the count is full to Hayden. First base is open. Pitch. Strike 3 called. 2 outs. That's 1 out, right? Yeah, 1 out. And stepping in is going to be Ryder Odell. I'll tell you what, that was a good pitch. He took a little off of that, and that ball just kind of dropped in there on the outside corner. That's a really nice pitch there. The placement, that's tough to hit. All right, Ryder Odell. High. Ball 1. She said the chair is mine forever. Yes. Thank you, Miss Cindy. There's a strike. Say hello to my good buddy Brett Black jumping on. One out. Pitch inside, gets away, and the runners will wisely hold up. There is not nearly the space here behind the catcher to the backstop that there was down at West Melbourne today. By the way, we'll be back down there tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. bringing you this Eau Gallie team. We're excited about that. And there's a little shot down the left field line, but just foul. Yeah, I'm game for camping there tonight. Yeah, the 2-pound bass that looked like it was Jaws. Pitch fouled off and back to the screen. So 2 strikes. Now you got to watch out here if you're Odell and learn from Turner's last at bat, because Neshek may try and drop that pitch over in the outside corner there, and down the third baseline, just foul. He did actually, and Odell fouled it off. So another opportunity for Ryder. Pitch. There it was, and he missed with it. And the count is full at 3-2. Popped up and foul. It's a heck of an at-bat for Odell. Good job by Neshek as well on the bump. Neshek kicks, fires. Strike three. Nice pitch. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Wyatt Seal. Wyatt was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat at 10:45 this morning.
Neshek looks like he just has a fluid motion, just over the top kind of.
And looks like we're saving some arms here as we got a new pitcher. Is that Julian? Number 7 is Julian Dominguez is the new pitcher. So Julian Dominguez comes in. That is the 6th or 7th South Beach's pitcher today. Look, you're going to be an all-star, right? You got to have pitching. South Beach just seems to have it. Yeah. Yeah. As Wyatt Seal waits with runners at second and third and 2 outs here. Eau Gallie needed 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. They've done it. They lead it 11-10. So then it'll be South Beach is down to their final 3 outs coming up. So here we go. One more warm-up toss. And that's right down the middle. So here we go. Or there's one more toss here. So now here we go. Or maybe, didn't he just hold up one finger? He must have told him he needed a few more. Mr. Scott, whose equipment is stuck down in West Melbourne, is the umpire out in the field. Pitch high for a ball. That'll miss. 2-0. The on-deck hitter is Brody Bristol. Swung on and missed. Strike one. 2-1 now. Three and one. Back down to West Melbourne. The 3-1. Ball 4. So the bases are loaded for Brody Bristol. Eau Gallie on top, 11-10. Oh, yeah, Seal's something else on these base paths. The pitch outside, ball 1. And here you would think a run would be absolutely huge because South Beach would have loved to have had that, an additional insurance run there. The pitch. That's a strike on the corner, 1-1. And that was nearly the identical play. Oh, he drops a floater in there. And here's the pitch. There's a shot, and that'll drop. 1 run will score. They're going to hold up and go station to station. Great piece of hitting there by Brody Bristol. And it's 12-10 Eau Gallie with Cade McKinney coming up. Base is still loaded. McKinney high for a ball, 1-0. That's right down Vieira Boulevard, strike one. We have teleported from West Melbourne's Rhodes Park to Vieira Regional Park for the conclusion of this one. Strike two. Or did he, what'd he do? They say he held up, so 2 balls and 1 strike. That's strike two. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild here. 3 in the inning as it is a 12-10 Eau Gallie lead. Pitch, strike 3. South Beaches. It's got 3 outs to go. They need 3 runs, or Eau Gallie needs 3 outs. Back with the bottom of the 6th. All righty, here we go. South Beaches got a pretty good hitter coming to the plate. This young man has done nothing but rock the ball around the ballpark today. And Emerson Young. That's what it looks like is coming up, right? Young man that cocks that front foot. But, yeah, I believe it is. So Emerson Young steps in. Yeah, that's him. Emerson today, a couple of doubles, a single, scored a couple of runs. He has been terrific.
He's an integral part of that big third inning.
He was a big part of that third inning. You're absolutely right. I want to thank Play It Again Sports. Outside, ball 1. Landon Miller trying to finish things off here. One thing you don't want to do is put the leadoff guy on. Again, Emerson Young with a great piece of hitting. Emerson Young he's just a pure hitter. So 1 on, none out here for Manti Malay. Miller kicks and fires. Strike 1. And I think if you're Landon Miller, that's all you got to do right there. And I know that's easier said than done, but just throw the ball over the plate. They hit it. I mean, exactly. And you just heard the coach say, if they're going to win, make them hit it. And there's a foul ball, so now it's 2 strikes. So if you're Landon Miller, this is a good fielding team. We've seen some good plays from both sides today. If you're Landon Miller, throw the ball over the plate. What will be, what will be. I haven't been on any errors I've seen today other than a few. I haven't seen any horrible throwing errors or complete. I've seen a couple balls go between legs, but right at 8, 9, 10, that's going to happen. And here's the pitch. That's high. So it's 2-2 now. So if you're Emerson Young, you can't get thrown out here on base. So you got to try to stick close to the bag. Here's the throw. And that's a little, this could be trouble. That is trouble. And it's going to be first and second. Gonna ask to see if there was runner interference on that. And there was none. Good ask, though. I like the ask. You got to ask. So 2 on now for Jackson Hain. That's a strike from Landon. If you're Eau Gallie, that's a tough luck single. If you're South Beaches, that's a line drive into right field there. Pitch low, 1-1. That's fouled off, and he's got strike 2 to Hain. Nobody out. For Eau Gallie. 8, 9, 10 All-Stars playing South Beaches. Here's the pitch from Landon, and it gets away, and the runners will advance. And now the tying run will now be at second base with nobody out from South Beach. South Beaches, I should say. I've only said Commodores 3 times today. It's pretty good, huh? A lot of these young men are future Commodores. The pitch. Strike 3. Big strikeout by Landon Miller. Goodbye, Reuben Ferguson. You are gone forever. Not sure what this is about. Is he out of pitches? So the tying run's at second. The winning run's at the plate. So you can't put him on to force, to load the bases for a force. Just can't do that. So now you got to go get the batter here. Former Mets and Orioles third baseman Ray Knight is watching. Say hello to Ray Knight. Lillian Perella, Becky Mitchell, Bob Collins, speaking of Eau Gallie Commodores, Michelle Howland, Sean Stroud, Keon Walker, Sarah Applequist. Thanks for tuning in here on Brevard Sports Network. That went way upstairs and outside. Today's game is brought to you by Play It Again Sports. The information on the bottom of the screen. 12-10, bottom of the sixth, 1 out. Tying run at second. And that just misses. As that's a ball 4. He almost shot put that one up there. Did you see him? All right, so the winning run is now at first, 1 out. And we got Mikey Ganella up. Is that Mikey? No, that's Mikey Ganella. This is the top of the lineup, and Chase Sims, the catcher. My apologies. So Chase Sims, the catcher, is up as Ganella draws the walk. Sims can hit. Dribbler bounced into the plate, and it's 1-1. Strike 2. That's a Butte Clark, And it's 1-2. Big pitch here. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher to home for one, and they're going to hold it, and that's the smart play. They get the lead runner on the force, and now South Beaches are down to their final out with Ashton Applequest coming up. So it stays a two-run game, and the bases stay loaded. With two outs, you got to think the runners are moving on anything here, obviously.
Hey, we're not holding the ball. The throws are home. If you get it, it's home. Are we clear? Are we clear? Home.
Coach O'Keefe making sure everyone knows where you going with the ball, Caleb. That's right, home. No, not that kind of home, Caleb. The athlete's home. Home plate. Right. Caleb trying to ruin the game for everybody. Right, take it to right. Not an 8-hour rain delay at two different sites. Here's the pitch. Strike. But Ken O'Neill has done a terrific job, the commissioner. This is how you do it. Finish the game. You know what he did. They didn't call it. They didn't say the game is official. Don't worry about it, guys. And kudos to South Beaches, because they could have complained and stomped, and I'm sure they didn't. And here we are finishing the game. And I just think it's great. It's up the middle. That'll score. That's going all the way, and around first to score. And he's out, and we stay tied. We stay tied. We stay tied. And we head to extra innings. Why not? What a play at the plate to stop the winning run. All right. We'll be back with top of the seventh. All right. So 7-hour rain delay and now extra innings. We're off and running here at Vieira Regional Park. I absolutely love it. Really shouldn't be any other way, should it? Well, why aren't the kids taking the field? Oh, yeah. Okay. So it looks like it'll be J.R. Ciani to lead things off here for Eau Gallie. "12-12, top of the 7th. Yep, that happened. That's funny.
It almost feels like a COVID weirdness. Like, all right, we gotta stop.
Yeah.
Go to a different site.
Did that happen? Hit that, kill that. All right, here we go. J.R. Simeon stepping in to face Julian Dominguez. You all right? Oh, yeah. At the top of the 7th here. There we go. And Dominguez kicks and fires. And there's strike one from Julian. JRC Ciani, and then it's back to the top of the order with Evan O'Keefe. You're not kidding, Coach. It is a game. It's like 3 games. 3 games in one today. Pitch.
And the clouds have followed.
Yeah, I see him. Caleb's pointing out the fact that the clouds are now starting to ring up here. So, me, I chose to ignore them. Fouled off and back to the screen.
You can blame my ADHD for that one.
That's okay. Strike 3. Good pitch by Dominguez, and that'll bring up Evan O'Keefe. It's a long way to go to get to the plate, isn't it? Kid's got to run a 40-yard dash to get in the batter's box. Somebody cut the dugout gate in the wrong place. Inside. 1-1 to O'Keefe. Make it 2-1. Popped up and out of play. I'm looking here. Unfortunately, I don't see any buffering on my end. Here you follow here. I don't see any. And that's a walk. We good? Let me see that top of that right corner there. Yeah, we're green. Okay, we're good. All right, Cade Snyder steps in. Pitch high for a ball. Yeah, our monitor isn't buffering, so there's a shot that's going to drop fair, and it gets past the right fielder. And around second on his way to third is O'Keefe. O'Keefe's going to be turned home, and he's going to score. And all the way down to third is going to go Cade Snyder with a double and an error. And it is now 13-12, Eau Gallie. Ball got past the right fielder, and that set off a chain of events, scoring the 13th Eau Gallie run. This is Landon Miller. This is the pitcher. He can help himself big time as he is on the bump. I don't know how many. That's like the Ephus pitch there. Remember the? Well, I asked Caleb if he remembers the Ephus pitch. He's 25. Of course he doesn't. It's the pitch where you throw it way up in the air and it comes down. That's what that looked like.
I've only seen it once, and it was a Japanese pitcher.
There, yeah. It's a shot to the shortstop between his legs and all the way. Oh, that's perfect throw from the outfield. And Scott rings him up at second, but Landon Miller knocks in the all-important 14th run to give Eau Gallie a 2-run lead. Here in the top of the 7th. As Mason Schoeneman steps in. Be upstairs for ball one. Base is empty now. 2 outs. Nice strike from the center fielder. That one's way upstairs. 2-0. Three and 0. I think Julian's a little frustrated right now. Don't they have a game after this?
Those games got pushed back to the back end of pool play.
Okay. And that's a 4-pitch walk as Landon Schneider will step in. Schneider with a big hit his last time up, huh? Schoeneman at first, Schneider at the dish. Dominguez kicks and fires. There's a ground ball back to Julian Dominguez, who turns and fires. And one more time, South Beaches is down to their final 3 outs as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Eau Gallie scores twice. It's 14-12. All right, welcome back here. Heart of the order for South Beaches. Outside, ball one. There's a shot. Shortstop over to first, and it gets away. And around second on his way to first is Neshik. And Neshik with a will reach on an error. That's a throwing error on the shortstop. Had him. All right. So Owen Bailey steps in. Gets away. Down the third will go Neshik. Yeah, you can't worry about that runner now. You got to play as if he's not even there. That's the run that's going to hurt you. Just one at the plate. Gets away. But again, there's just not the room there to bring the runner home. Here. Swing and a miss. Two and one. Two and two. Could we see the big strikeout here from the KG Southpaw, Landon Miller? The pitch. And ground ball to the shortstop again. Up and over to first. Got him. And they score that run. But Bailey's out. All right, so one out, nobody on. It's now a one-run game. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Julian Dominguez.
I like Bailey there, staying out first until the ump tells.
He didn't know what the call was. He honestly didn't know. Shot ground ball, and it gets through. And Dominguez is at first. Coach is saying, you guys want this. You got to make. That's how you advance. That's how you get to those national tournaments, making a backhanded play, making the throw, and that's what Coach is trying to preach to his team right now as Dylan Vanderveen steps in, and I understand it. Landon Miller is just pitching outstanding baseball here. Good enough for the win. Popped up. That's going to drop. And that's a base hit. So now the winning run is back at first base. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. This is William Mason. And I'm telling you right now, the guy you don't want at the plate is on deck in Emerson Young. Swung on and missed. Popped up. Foul ball. I tell you what, that was awfully close to being fair because that ball hit the first baseman. And if it hits you in foul territory and bounces foul, it's foul. Two-strike pitch. Strike three, big strikeout by Landon Miller. Julian Dominguez nearly got himself picked off. This is the biggest out of the game right here. This is Emerson Young. 2 doubles and a triple today. There's a short little ground ball. Second baseman up. And Eau Gallie finishes it off. A game that started at 9 o'clock this morning ends at 6:21 tonight. And Eau Gallie with a 12-11 victory. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We'll figure out who the player of the game is tonight. We'll hand it out in the morning. Our Play It Again Sports player of the game. So the Eau Gallie Commodores, fourth time, Eau Gallie All-Stars win an extra inning ball game. 14-13 here. That started in West Melbourne and ends here at Vieira Regional Park. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Have a great day, everybody.